Last week, Manchester United signed one of Arsenal's biggest talents in their academy, and this week they may be taking one of Real Madrid's. We'll get into that later in today's show, but we have got some big updates in Wan-Bissaka and Mazraoui. That deal is incredibly close, and I know I've been saying that for a while, but it is literally like Romano saying, here we go, could be this weekend, it is that close. Ugarte reportedly tells teammates he wants United, and Fabrizio Romano confirms we're in negotiations about a loan deal, and apparently Manchester United have a big transfer meeting Monday where a few deals could be wrapped up. Bayern Munich will also be present at that meeting. We have updates on Ligt, we have updates on the stories. I want to get into some things that Toby Collyer and Harry Amass have said about their future. So hello and welcome back to Alice Talks Football. I'm going to do your 10-minute roundup a little bit early today as I'm out for the evening, and I want to sum up all the latest Manchester United news in this sort of order on the screen. So please do go ahead and hit that like button if you have not already. And of course, subscribe down below to Alice Talks Football if you're new and want to stay up to date on all the latest news. Starting with the first story, I want to get through this quick because I did a whole live show talking about this, but this has come out just now from Fabrizio Romano that West Ham are very confident to get the Wan-Bissaka deal done with the here we go expected in the next days. Mazraoui is fully expected to become a new Manchester United player. United knows what is needed to close the deal with Bayern, so it's not an issue. So, two big and very interesting stories coming out on Mazraoui and Wan-Bissaka. It looks like it's going to be done at Bish Bash Bosh. Let's dive into some other stories. Manchester United and Bayern Munich are among the clubs set to be present at the transfer room's deal day on Monday. Some of the football's top decision makers will convene in Madrid for a day of transfer talks, which could speed up some high-profile moves. So maybe Monday is going to be a big day. Maybe Monday is going to be a day to watch. It'll be interesting to see. But before I get into the interesting news that's come out, I really just wanted to talk about something different because I feel like we talk about Ugarte, Ligt, Mazraoui. It feels like every day. And I just want to talk about this because I'm really excited with the youth that we have and the youth that we're bringing in, Obi Martin, potentially this Real Madrid guy. So Toby Collyer said this, and I think this is massive. A lot of my work is off the ball. I'm a really busy player. I like to get about the pitch. An area where I'd like to improve is in possession. I think the only way you're going to get better is by demanding the ball and not backing away. And I love that. He wants the ball, always wants to be on the ball. He's not getting scared. He wants to improve. He's got the attitude. Out of possession was our biggest issue in midfield, and he's got that in pre-season. Obviously, it's a different level taking it to the Premier League against harder opponents, but he didn't look out of place against Arsenal. He maybe will play against Liverpool tonight, so there will be a match reaction to that, and the 5 things we learned, so do stay tuned for that. And I like that Toby Collyer wants the ball. He wants to get involved. He's really trying to get involved and show something to Ten Hag. And I think that's really exciting. Harry Amass said this pre-season is an opportunity to prove that if I'm picked, I can do it. We'll see what happens when Luke Shaw and Malacia come back, but my intention is to play for the first team. Ten Hag himself said that Harry Amass probably isn't ready yet, but in 2-3 months with some physical development could be. He's only 17, but it's good to see that from them. Now, I think Toby Collyer is most likely to play. Ten Hag gave Maynard talking to after the Carabao Cup win, and Collyer talking to 18 months later after the FA Cup win. And Toby Collyer spoke about that chat with Ten Hag, and he just said that Ten Hag basically, it shows that he appreciates me as a player. He told me to enjoy it and keep working hard, and you never know what can happen. He's a good guy, he's a good manager, and he seems to say the same to Maino. So maybe it could be Toby Collier's year. We'll have to wait and see what happens at the end of August, because there is reports and possibilities that he could go out on loan. So let's dive into the Ugarte news, because all the focus has really been on Ligt and Mazraoui lately, but, Man United want a midfielder. They set to sign a midfielder, and that could be Ugarte. Manuel Ugarte keeps waiting for Manchester United as he's agreed on personal terms 2 weeks ago. He wants Manchester United. Manchester United and PSG remain in contact. Loan with obligation also discussed. Outgoing is key for United, but Ugarte remains a top target, and Rabat's also on the list. So Ugarte wants United, and Romano tweeted this 11 minutes ago that Ugarte is waiting for United. He wants United. There's an agreement there. He's waiting on United. We're still in talks with PSG. It's not gone cold. We're in talks. The Muppeteer said when we're back from tour, we'll speed up talks. We're talking about a loan with obligation to buy. If we do not sell a midfielder, I think it will be a loan with obligation to buy. If we sell McTominay, it could be a permanent deal. Amrabat is being kept around, I think, in case we just don't have the funds to get this done, because PSG do not drop their ridiculous asking price of, I think it's like 59 million. Apparently, we made a 42 million offer from Duncan Castles, which I think is a really good deal, because that means you take an 8 million loss on a player that you don't want. 8 million loss isn't a bad player on a £50 million player to get 42 back, especially when you want to sell him after one season. You've already got his replacement, so he's going to be worth less next season because he's probably going to play less unless Neves gets injured. So I think that deal should be done. I think that deal, Man United could easily get over the line and all of that as well. But we'll have So let's dive into some more news and updates on this. Ugarte has told his teammates that he expects to be playing for Manchester United next season, although not the most reliable source, and that Adrian Rabiot could know by next week where he's playing next season. He wants a 3-year contract and 160k a week in wages, which sounds reliable, but caught offside are quite hit and miss. So there's definitely ones to watch there in regards to Ugarte. You know, Ugarte seems to think he's going to United, and I remember somewhere it was said that Ligt, Ugarte and Mazraoui know that Manchester United need to sell to accelerate their deals. Are still waiting. We know Ugarte wants United. He's focused on United. We know that West Ham are pushing to finalise an agreement with Man United for Wan-Bissaka. They're confident one will be reached in the next few days. And it has been said recently that Manchester United, Chelsea and other clubs are monitoring the situation of Joe Martinez. Now, I think this is really interesting because I believe it might have been, I don't know who said it. I think it might have been Chris Wheeler or Steve Bates or someone, but there was 2 or 3 sources that said that because we signed Obi Martin from Arsenal, that 16-year-old wonder kid, that United weren't going to stop there and that United were looking to sign a lot of the best 16-year-old talents out there. Obviously, I think it's a bit more difficult with Brexit rules these days when it comes to players abroad. But Man United are trying to sign the best 16-year-old academy players out there right now. And Sky Sports, as I've said this, have just dropped a story this second that Obi Martin is expected to undergo his Man United medical in the coming days as well. So that's exciting and interesting stories coming in there as well. So it looks like United could be going for some of the top youngsters in football. So let me give you a bit of context about this guy. Joe Martinez made his Real Madrid debut against AC Milan last night, coming on in the second half. This obviously wasn't last night, this is an old tweet. His stats for the game was 45 minutes played, 24 out of 26 passes completed, 4 out of 5 long balls completed, 1 clearance, 1 tackle, 1 block shot, and 2 out of 3 duels won. Been compared to Ramos due to his hair and playing style. He's got that sort of long hair. So apparently he's one of the best 16-year-old centre-backs up and coming. And what I think is funny about this is Real Madrid said, oh, Euro isn't a miss. We've got Joe Martinez. You know, Joe Martinez, Lenny Euro, missing out on Euro might be a blessing in disguise. So I do think it would be really funny if we went out there and we went and signed Joe Martinez and also stole Lenny Euro from them. I mean, that would be a statement from anyone else. But getting a youngster to leave Madrid for Man United is a different thing. Getting a youngster to leave Real Madrid for Manchester United is a next level of pull. I don't know if we can do that. But I don't know a lot about Real Madrid youngsters, but considering the hype the Real Madrid fan base are giving him, and the fact that he's at Real Madrid, and the fact that if you look him up online, he's very good, I like this. I apologise if we just had a big lag spike there, but let's jump into the next story. Matthijs de Ligt has no intention to continue at Bayern. He is waiting for Manchester United. Mazraoui turned down West Ham because he wanted Manchester United. United believe he will be a fantastic signing because he can play left back when needed. De Ligt, Ugarte and Mazraoui know Manchester United need to sell to accelerate their deals, but they're still waiting. Now, we've kind of known this for a while, but it's good that it comes out from someone like Fabrizio Romano's mouth because we can trust him. And Fabrizio Romano is basically saying De Ligt only wants United and is probably going to push for the United move. You know, he only wants United. He's told Bayern that he doesn't want to stay at Manchester United as well. It was also been said that obviously Ugarte wants United and obviously Mazraoui wants United. De Ligt, Mazraoui and Ugarte have all turned down other clubs because they want the United move. De Ligt has had offers very recently and he's turning it down because he wants the Manchester United move. And I think the fact that he's turning down other offers suggests he's confident of the Man United move. And even though just yesterday we had a bid rejected for Matthijs de Ligt, and it has been said today we're preparing a second bid to come in, I think the fact that Manchester United made a bid for Matthijs de Ligt is a very, very strong suggestion, a very, very strong suggestion. I think the fact that we made a bid for Matthijs de Ligt, that we are interested in continuing to pursue that deal and that we are going to go get it done. We won't make a bid if we weren't planning to sign him. Despite the Bramford rumours, I think that we will get De Ligt. I think Lenny Euro's injury probably has sped that along a bit. I think we will get Mazraoui, and I think if McTominay sold, we'll get Ugarte. If PSG lower the fee, we get Ugarte. Now, interestingly, we've just been talking about sort of the future of Hamas and Collyer and all of Amass and Collyer and all of that, and there was rumours of them going out on loan, but this is just broken just now as I was recording this video that United expect Collyer and Amass and Wheatley to remain part of the squad beyond the transfer window. And to be honest, Wheatley, Obi Martin, Xerxes and Højlund as striker options going into next season isn't bad options when you think about it. I mean, obviously 2 of them are just young players, so they probably won't get many minutes, but United have some really talented young strikers coming up, and you know, obviously Obi Martin's the next one coming through, stole from Arsenal. Arsenal crying over it. He's going to take his medical. We could be getting a Real Madrid youngster in. It's exciting times. It's exciting times. Anyway, please hit that like button. Of course, subscribe down below if you're new. Thank you for watching. Bye.